So I got cut off. So I built my house, this little tiny home, made of twigs. Sell it to you for $1. We exchange the house. I give you the $1. You give me the $1. But here's the big question here. Where did the $1 come from? Where did the $1 come from? The answer to that is so simple. The $1 came from the exact same place that little house came from. It all came from the ground. It was an idea from people who really simply just wanted food, shelter, and clothing. And that's it. And the crazy of all this is, you could simply just remove the idea of money in all forms.
GPS signal lost.
This whole idea that we have to barter, I hear that. We have to barter, we have to exchange. Why can't we just give? This is what Jesus was actually talking about. Look, I'm not a Christian. Do I believe that Jesus lived? I don't know. There does seem to be some evidence of it. So don't get me on that one. I don't really care about that crap. But what I am saying is this. From what I've read and all this other stuff, which are all just stories, I understand that. Put it into this reality here. Food, shelter, and clothing. We all need it. We cannot get around that. We cannot get around that. There are people that love building houses. There are people that love doing the things that they do and being creative. I know. I've invented 7 products, which I would certainly love to just to be able to see people walking around with these products. That would fill my heart. But I can't, because I need other people's help, and I need money. Why? Because that's what we have to adhere to. What I really just need is other people's help and the stuff that comes from the ground, which is free. Period. And it always was. It is time for the change that everybody keeps talking about. They keep coming up with all these new programs and ideas, but all those seem to cost money. No, we don't need programs and ideas that cost money. What we simply just need is people to help out. And what does that mean? That means all we simply really just need is food, shelter, and clothing. Get that point. Get that point and understand that point. We simply need those exact things. Food, shelter, and clothing. Hey, even the people that make cruise lines need that. Even the people that make the most elaborate of things need that. But they can't get around that. They need food, shelter, and clothing too. Some people have a bigger sphere of influence. Look, I truly believe in private property. Y'all have some. I believe in that. I do not believe other people should take from other things. Other people even. I don't believe in that. I do believe that everything that we have should be ours within our sphere of influence, and nobody should go and rob it without agreement. Look, we do this all the time. I don't even want to get into that part. But we need to go to a point in time with an understanding and a change of thought, which is so simple because it's only an idea that we do what we do for food, shelter, and clothing. Moreover, though, we do what we do simply because we just like to do it. And is that not reason enough? Should we not enjoy our lives doing what we love to do? I believe we should be productive, yes. I don't necessarily believe in laziness. I do think some of us work a lot more than we should. I do believe that we should take some time off and enjoy vacation. What is that anyway? It seems such a foreign idea to me. Probably would stress me out just to do that. Time off stresses me out. Why? I don't know. Things need to change, people. I'm one person. You are one person. We are all one person. We can all change that. And especially you people that are in the military. I know you are doing it all for food, shelter, and clothing. And for your families, to feed your families. I understand that point. I appreciate that point. We are all doing what we do also for food, shelter, and clothing. It's kind of like lay the guns down, so to speak. We have all been fed a story. None of us are more than 150 years old. We have been fed a story within our time. We can change things. People have changed things in their life. I've been told stories that even Hitler managed to kill 8 million people. He couldn't do it himself. It had to be ordered, which means a person gave the order to another person that gave the order to another person who was doing it for food, shelter, and clothing. Stalin. I mean, we can sit there and label and name off millions and millions that have been robbed of their lives for just by virtue of people needing food, shelter, and clothing. It's unnecessary. Realize that. Feel that. Feel it. It is unnecessary. It can stop. Agreements. Look, life is about an understanding of anything and everything. That, and we're here to have an experience, good, bad, or indifferent. But this idea of money is ancient. It's antiquated. It's old. It might have had it might have had something good to it, but that time is past. It is no longer necessary. It is no longer a really great idea. It's an idea that came and now needs to leave. And there's nothing wrong with change. Learn that. Understand that. Feel that. There's nothing wrong with change. Happiness is possible. Peace is possible. Well, excluding if you kill people by virtue of religion, then of course, I can't change the way people think about that. But even with regard to that is simply this. It's all a story also. It is a story that has been told to you and was told to them and was told to them and was told to them. It's a story. I can't imagine if there really is such thing as this mythical God that he would want, or she or it or whatever, would want people murdering other people, taking from other people, robbing. I can't imagine the universe works in such a mean and cruel manner. I can't imagine the planets stay in place with such chaos and anarchy, if that is such a true thing. I can only imagine that there is order and that everybody that is doing things that are outside of anything nice, pleasant, and benevolent is truly, if there is a God, is truly not what that individual wants. And regardless of that, what if you all just be good to each other, pleasant with each other, agreements with each other? Look, I say if you're going to own things and stuff like that, own what you can take care of. And if you can't, don't. Or if you can't, and what I mean by that is, hey, if you can employ, what I mean by that is, if you can get other people to do things for you that make your life more pleasant and beautiful, then fine. At least it's an agreement and it's in a loving and caring way. And if you can't, then let it go. It's unnecessary. Things are being done today because, oh, well, I got to take care of my children and their children and their children and their children. Look, if you follow what I'm talking about, every children is taken care of. The money paradigm needs to go away. It's unnecessary. Great idea maybe at the time, but it's unnecessary. It's ran its course. You can tell. Look at the global economies. What is an economy anyway? It is time